Welcome back to Houston Live. Galveston's legendary 1877 tall ship ELISSA is preparing for a once-in-a-generation voyage. The official tall ship of Texas is headed to New York Harbor, joining the world's largest gathering of historic tall ships as part of America's 250th anniversary celebration. Denise Alexander with the Galveston Historical Foundation joins me now with more. So this isn't just a nod to America's history. This is to really highlight ELISSA and her importance in Texas history. Give us kind of an overview of Sail250, because as we just established, nothing like this has ever really happened.
No, this is the first time since 1986 there has been this huge conglomeration of tall ships. So the ELISSA went on that sail in 1986, and so we're really happy to participate in it again.
You told me something during commercial break, Denise, that surprised me. ELISSA takes annual sailing trips?
Oh, absolutely.
Where does she go?
So we typically go out to the Gulf of Mexico. We take passengers aboard, VIPs, guests, paying passengers. And then the most recent spot that we took it was New Orleans and Pensacola, I think in 2018.
So a little closer to home.
Yep.
It's hard to imagine that a ship of this age can just hit the seas. I mean, it is exactly what we would imagine out of America's history books.
Yeah, it is taking a ton of work. Crew, staff. We have a volunteer crew that works about 25,000 hours a year to keep ELISSA sailworthy.
Wow. And can you give us sort of an overview of the history of this ship? How was she born and how was she used?
So the ship was built in 1877 in Scotland as a cargo ship. So it called on Galveston. It would go back and forth carrying bananas and cotton from England. It actually stopped in Pensacola, Savannah, and Galveston. So the ship ELISSA is named after the builder's daughter.
Oh, interesting. And these are some images of the early days. Was this when it was being built?
No, these are from when the ELISSA was found in Greece.
Oh, wow.
In the 1980s.
In disrepair?
In disrepair. Somebody recognized the hull of the ship as being historic and did some research and realized that it did call on Galveston.
Denise, you are the Galveston Historical Foundation's Chief of Museums and External Relations. Is there any estimate for how many miles the ship has traveled?
I am not sure. I think at one time it was in the 200 to 300,000 range. So as a cargo vessel, all it did was move goods and I call it goods and services between countries. So it was a very, very active ship in the 1800s.
The ship is home. It's down near like the cruise terminal in Galveston, right? I've seen this ship before. And if people maybe can't get out and ride it, how can they get involved and learn more about it? Because it really is such a beautiful part of our history. I mean, I think ships are fascinating.
Yeah, typically we are docked there 300 plus days of the year, and so visitors can come get on board the ELISSA. We also have a full museum there with an immigration exhibit and a soon-to-be pirate exhibit. So people are welcome to come on board. It's a great place for kids.
And talk about living history and the importance of conservation, because there are a lot of static museums, right? The ship is like a floating museum.
Absolutely. It is an incredible challenge to keep it maintained. 1877 iron tall ship sitting on the Gulf of Mexico, surrounded by salt air and wind. And so the crew and staff work very, very hard continuously to keep it maintained.
I can only imagine. I mean, even newer ships need a ton of maintenance, right? And why, Denise, is ELISSA considered so rare compared to other tall ships out there?
I believe because it's made out of iron. And so this type of ship is very rare, and it's a four-masted tall ship, and so just the configuration of the sails and the hull make it a little bit unique.
Talk to us a little bit about the crew aboard this ship, because the journey to New York Harbor is about 2,500 miles. Why are you laughing? Did they invite you to go?
No, absolutely not. No.
What is daily life like on an old ship like this?
Yeah, so there's an all-volunteer crew that's taking the ship to all the different spots along the way. They will sleep on board. We have a chef that comes on board that cooks for them all their meals. They have these tiny little bunks, and they have watches that they take part of every day, just like most ships do, where you're looking to see, make sure there's nothing getting in the way or other vessels in the way. So they have watches, they have, making sure, checking for leaks, making sure the engines are running. It's a comprehensive 24-hour machine that they'll be doing.
And talk to us a little bit about the length of the journey, because they're going to set sail soon, go through the Gulf of Mexico, around Florida, and make their way. They have several stops before they get to New York Harbor.
Pensacola, Savannah, and then they'll start their festival stops, Yorktown, Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Portsmouth, and then up to New York to Boston, and then back home.
Okay, and I understand there's a little bit of a farewell party
Yes, yep.
or a see you later party, right? Because she is coming back
Yes,
after the journey. Give us the details on that, happening this Friday?
Yeah, so Friday night at the Galveston Historic Seaport, we're having a Bon Voyage celebration for all their hard work, and the public is invited to attend, and tickets are available online.
Okay, that is really fantastic. $100. Proceeds support ships, the maritime preservation efforts for the beautiful Elissa, built in 1877, still ticking. Denise Alexander, thank you so much. This is fascinating. I'm so glad you came on the show because I've seen the Elissa many, many times, and I had no idea it was still hitting the seas.
Absolutely. We welcome everyone to come see it.
It's a beautiful part of history, and we're glad to be part of this 250th anniversary celebration. Denise Alexander, thanks once again. In the meantime, we have provided a link on our website, HoustonLife.tv, if you'd like to learn more about the 1877 Elissa Tall Ship and how you can attend Friday's farewell Bon Voyage party.